Are your Social Security checks just not stretching as far as they used to? Do rising prices for groceries, gas, and even healthcare make you wonder if the system is truly keeping pace? You're not alone. For millions, Social Security is their financial bedrock, yet the annual cost of living adjustment, or COLA, often feels out of sync with real-world expenses. In this video, we're going to break down exactly how COLA is calculated, why it often falls short for retirees, and what you can do to better prepare for your financial future. We'll also explore the ongoing debates about reforming this crucial system. Welcome to Financial Area. If you're looking to understand complex financial topics in a clear, actionable way, you're in the right place. Be sure to hit that like button if you find this information helpful, and subscribe so you don't miss our future videos designed to empower your financial journey. If you've noticed your Social Security check isn't stretching as far as it used to, you're definitely not alone. From the grocery store checkout line to the gas pump, and even your monthly utility bills, prices have been creeping up across the board. For those who rely on Social Security as their primary or even sole source of income, these seemingly small increases in everyday expenses can have a truly significant and immediate impact on their financial well-being. Many recipients frequently report that their benefits simply aren't keeping pace with the ever-increasing cost of essentials. This growing disconnect between the official numbers that are reported and the very real, lived experience of retirees is a source of growing frustration, anxiety, and genuine hardship. Social Security isn't just another government program, it's the foundational bedrock for the financial security of millions of Americans. It's what keeps the lights on, the fridge stocked, and allows for essential medical visits. When this vital system doesn't adequately keep up with the relentless march of inflation, it can force incredibly difficult choices. Do you cut back on necessary groceries? Do you skip a crucial doctor's appointment? Or do you let the utility bill slide, hoping to catch up later? These are not hypothetical scenarios. These are the very real, very tangible consequences of a system that isn't fully aligned with the pressing needs of its beneficiaries. The impact isn't just financial, it's deeply personal. Each year, your Social Security benefits are adjusted based on something called the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. The fundamental goal of COLA is noble: to ensure that Social Security benefits maintain their purchasing power and keep pace with inflation. But how exactly is this crucial adjustment determined? The answer lies with a specific government index, the Consumer Price Index for Urban Wage Earners and Clerical Workers, or CPI-W. This index tracks changes in the prices of a specific basket of common goods and services. The COLA itself is calculated based on the percentage increase in this CPI-W from the third quarter of one year to the third quarter of the next. As of now, the early estimate for next year's COLA is hovering around 2.5%. On paper, a 2.5% increase might sound perfectly reasonable. However, for a significant number of Social Security recipients, this percentage often doesn't even come close to covering the actual real-world increase in their expenses. Even a fraction of a percent difference in the COLA can mean the difference between making ends meet and finding yourself consistently coming up short each month. This seemingly small numerical gap translates directly into tangible financial strain for many. A recent survey powerfully highlights this disparity. It found that a staggering 80% of older Americans believed inflation was higher than 3% last year, a figure significantly above the official CPI-W figure. This gap isn't just a minor statistical anomaly. It underscores a fundamental and deeply troubling issue. The government's current method for measuring inflation often fails to accurately reflect the real-world experiences of retirees. One of the biggest and most consistent criticisms of the current COLA system is that the CPI-W, the index used for its calculation, is based on the spending habits of urban wage earners and clerical workers, not the distinct spending patterns of retirees. Seniors, by their very nature, often allocate a much larger portion of their income to essential categories like healthcare, housing, and prescription medications. These specific expenses frequently rise in price at a faster rate than the general basket of goods and services tracked by the broader CPI-W. This fundamental mismatch can significantly distort the true picture, leaving Social Security recipients with benefit increases that consistently lag behind their actual, unavoidable expenses. Adding another layer of complexity to this already challenging situation is how inflation data is actually collected. In recent years, federal agencies like the Bureau of Labor Statistics have faced significant challenges, including hiring freezes and staff shortages. As a direct consequence, they've had to reduce their reliance on in-person price data collection in numerous cities, instead leaning more heavily on estimates and various statistical models. While these models can certainly be useful tools, they're not always perfectly accurate. This is especially true when they fail to capture the nuanced, real-time, and on-the-ground changes in costs that directly impact daily life. If the foundational data used to calculate COLA is flawed or incomplete, then the resulting adjustments, no matter how carefully calculated, may inevitably fall short of what recipients truly need to maintain their standard of living. Furthermore, there's a timing issue. COLA increases are locked in once a year based on data collected only up to the third quarter. If inflation experiences a sharp spike later in the year, after that calculation window is closed, recipients are left waiting until the following October for any adjustment to their benefits. This significant lag can leave seniors struggling immensely to keep pace with rapidly rising costs in the interim, creating a period of acute financial vulnerability. For many, the granular debate about whether inflation is precisely 2.4% or 2.5% misses the core point entirely. The real issue, the truly impactful question, is whether their monthly Social Security check is simply enough to cover their basic, non-negotiable needs without being forced to sacrifice something else essential. When benefits consistently fail to keep up with the relentless upward march of expenses, recipients are pushed into making agonizingly tough choices. This often means cutting back on food, deciding to skip vital medications, or delaying necessary home repairs. As one recipient poignantly articulated, "My check went up, but my groceries still went up more." This simple yet powerful statement perfectly encapsulates the heart of the problem. Official adjustments may look perfectly acceptable on paper, but they frequently fail to translate into tangible, real relief in the daily lives of those who depend on them.